will take the 74th running of the Manitoba Derby. 16th of a mile to go. Manojara is going to give Henry Wynn Jr. his first Manitoba Derby. Running of the Manitoba Derby. Judo with the lead with the 16th of a mile to go. Judo taking the Harvey Warner Manitoba Mile. Up two, yeah baby, you just can't beat them at ASD.
The Manitoba Jockey Club acknowledges that we are on Treaty 1 territory, and the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Anisininew, Dakota, Lakota, and Dene peoples, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this land.
And welcome everybody to ASD Live, brought to you by Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries. It is opening day here at Assiniboia Downs. Stretch. Wow. It finally has come to fruition. Opening day, all that simulcast races over the winter. Are you excited?
Very excited. How can you not be excited? I've been coming for years. You've been coming for years. Other than even you've worked most of the years doing different things, but still, it's still very exciting.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, just walking through. Already a lot of people here. Hopefully everybody's tuning in. I can't believe this. Year seven of this show. I remember the year one. That's just walking through the grandstand. It was unfortunately the COVID time and makeshift studio, and just it was exciting, but nothing like when there's people in the stands and just that much excitement. We had a real good year last year, so it's good. So I appreciate everybody that's followed us for those 7 years. Certainly appreciate the support. We run into people that say they watch it. Always appreciate that. And if it's your first time watching, appreciate giving us a shot. You're going to soon learn who picks a few more winners. But we both try to certainly give out
we do our best.
Information. At least we're trying to get.
Yes.
That's the key. If you haven't watched, we try to give out some information that you may not see in there, or some insights, and then you pick the winner. It's that much more fun when you end up coming to your own choice and picking the winner rather than giving it there. So. Yeah, we've got 6 races today, so kind of easing into it.
Yeah,
you know,
and bit 6 tomorrow.
6 tomorrow. Normally, it's going to be at least 7 races. It's just basically we had some delays with various tracks unable to get here.
And we didn't have the best winter this year, so spring training was a bit off. If you bet on Woodbine, you'd see that their fields were also a little short. And it's just bad winter. You miss days. And if you miss days, your horses aren't as fit. And those fit ones that come in, they kick your butt. So you don't want to get your butt kicked. You give them one more work, which is pretty well where we're at. A lot of the trainers say one more and they're ready to go. And that would be early this week that they're doing it. So expect the fields to get better as we go along. 2 days again next week, and 2 days the following week. The third week, I think, will be absolute gravy on from there. But at least we got 6 Stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. They're very competitive. We've got a few new betting features, but we'll talk about those as we go along.
Okay.
Because I'm already ready to go on the first race.
And we got new jockeys that are in our colony.
You can give
we got some new trainers. As we go along and get to them, I'll say a little bit about those. But let's kick things off here in race number 1. We have a $7,500 claimer for 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Scratch number 3, lovely Sasakaya. Stretch, who do you like?
Well, first of all, I looked at that name and think, thank goodness. No, I don't want any horse scratched or anything, but I had no chance of getting that name. So I will open it up with an opening race. Fun fact, no horse has ever won the first race more than once. So the streak's going to continue today.
Okay.
There is a big scratch on whatever that horse's name was.
Lovely Sasakaya.
Exactly what I was going to say.
I know.
Now it changes. This is why you have to.
We got the same picks.
We do. Well,
man.
Yeah. We're gonna both start off good or not so good.
Okay. That's all right.
This is why you have to always check your scratches because it changes. I don't think the 4 would have been my top pick in here if the 3 was in the race. So from going from a couple speed horses to lone speed, and so that's basically why I came up with this last race fractions. This horse didn't get the lead, but the fractions were extremely quick. 2 races ago, it was a little slower up front, got the lead and went gate to wire. I think this horse is you got to catch.
Yeah, Golden Buck's the only one that can offer a little bit of speed to the race. But what I also like of Fleet of Hoof, the horse that beat it last time won 5 out of its last 6 starts, was dead favorite, got the job done. So Fleet of Hoof, I'm just expecting this horse to get loose and wire the field. Number 2, Promise Code. This horse did win going 5.5 furlongs at Will Rogers Downs. And ran against a good horse 2 outs ago, Flashing Chip. That horse won 2 out of its last 3 starts. Both of them are Jerry Gorno horses in here. So he's got a pretty good punch, one going to the front and another one a closer. And both of them are winter raced fit.
Yeah, and just I obviously have the 2 as well. This is one of these very inconsistent races. If this horse runs the top race, I think there's a small chance that it could actually upset. You just don't know with this one, a good one, a bad one, and going from there. We both got the 5 in here.
That's because you always take Green Amazon.
I do. I had to find a way in there. This horse has the ability to close. I think that just the winter racing, this horse doesn't get going until late. But I did notice how this horse ran the second last race of the year last year.
Yeah.
And now it's the first race. I talked to Bob Gates, who gets me a lot of good information. Apparently, he doesn't think that there was any horse that ran the last race of one year and then the following year the first one. So
jeez, that would take a lot of looking up for that
but
one.
But he's got a memory on that. Anyway,
yeah, that's true.
I don't think there's any. This is as close as we're going to get. 4, 2, 5.
And I'm also giving you 4, 2, and 5. Now we're carrying on to race number 2, an allowance optional $22,500 claimer for 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Stretch. What a great race this looks like.
Absolutely. Solid. As I'm kind of agreeing, I think all these horses in here are going to win races this year. They're that good. It just happens to be the time of year why we've come up with their top selection. Unlike the first race where there's lone speed, this time there is that much more speed. I think there's a battle up front in there. And so therefore we've got to find the racing edge. The 5, I watched that last race, really good race coming from Oaklawn. Pressed a little, sat off, was trying to grind at the end. Yes, it was non-winners, but that's just as good racing as you get. Some of those non-winners were racing in allowance, just trying to drop and pop. So stocks on the outside certainly can take over.
Yeah, it was 3 wide up every step of the way there. The race before that, this horse had the lead, and then they went on by and still only lost by a length and 3/4. That's why I also like that winter racing. As nobody else had it, this horse fought to the wire. Now only has to go 5 furlongs. I think there's a lot of pluses there. I went to number 4, Just Trust Me, as my second choice. As yes, it doesn't have winter racing, but it has winter training down in Tampa. A really nice work on March 28th, 59-4, going 5/8. And then another one, 5 furlongs and 101-2, Just Trust Me is a horse that will be forwardly placed in here, but since it's been wintering down in Florida, I think it gives it an edge over some of the others.
That's such a good point, and watch for that. Some haven't raced, but we're working down south. Huge difference in trying to work when it's minus 30 degrees.
Yeah,
on the train.
that's a little tough. And we had snow last week, so
Yeah.
it hasn't been a great winter / spring.
For sure. I went with the one. Maybe it's a little short, but in distance regard. But I think that this horse could just get the nice trip along the rail, and there is some other speed. I think this horse can kind of run evenly, and maybe if the other ones back it up or battle too quick early, maybe this horse can pick up the pieces. And my speed horse, who the speed of the speed is the 2. This horse, I think, has a shot to steal it, has that 5 furlong work coming. My figures say this horse can get the lead. He's going to have to go quick to get there by himself, but I think maybe that horse can carry it. I'm 5-1-2.
See, and I added Medicine Dog in here, so we got the board covered. Medicine Dog also running down south in Texas at Sam Houston, and then what a nice breeze at Fauner Park. That was the stop before coming to Winnipeg. 47-2 shows that the horse was ready to go for that, and Medicine Dog ran some good races, has never been over even money here at the Downs. So I'm going to put it in third, and I'm going to give you 5, 4, and 3. Now we're going to carry on to race number 3. We have a $3,000 claimer for 3-year-olds and up that are non-winners of the year. Scratch number 3, Ship Boss. They are going the 5 furlongs again, and this kicks off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering stretch. And we're both on It's a Fluke.
Yeah, that's a big guarantee to kick it off today.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Might as well chase it.
Absolutely.
If it doesn't make it to 50,000, there's free money in there.
Absolutely right. I'll be chasing. I might have more than one ticket today.
Oh, I'd imagine that.
Let's go. Now, we've talked about as you listen to us, about non-winners of the year. This one's very different than it is in August. Non-winners in August is, horses have been racing. Sneaky condition here. Some sharp trainers in here about that. We do have a big scratch in here. That changes it on the 3, would have been the big favorite. Just mention, but we'll talk about the 2. Explain quickly on the waiver claiming.
Well,
so you understand.
Okay, the waiver claiming, if you're off for 6 months and haven't raced, you're allowed to race twice for the last claiming price that you ran for without being claimed. So It's a Fluke ran for $3,000 at the end of the year, so it can run in the $3,000 non-winners a year. If it wins this, it could sit and run in the $3,000 non-2 of the year, or even run for $4,000 and be protected, but it's only for the first 2 starts. But if you're off for 3 months, you get 1 waiver for that last claiming price you started for.
Yeah, very key. It's a sharp claim by Tom at the end of the year for this horse. Maybe he had this planned. It's like, I can sneak a couple of wins early because this horse is class, and just found a very soft spot. Gets the scratch of some other speed in here, gate to wire.
Yeah, I agree with you. Started out at 7,500 last year. Now went down to the bottom. Did lose to number 6, Please the Court. That was going 6 furlongs. This 5 furlong distance should be absolutely perfect for It's a Fluke, and that's why I took it on top. Also went to number 4, Rockets Red Flare. I don't know why you have this one in there, Stretch, but I'm taking a shot that this horse did not like the Fauner racetrack. Both terrible races, beaten double digits in both of them. But if you just go back before that to the 2 Sam Houston races, both of those were great. Lost by 5, running 6. Lost by only a couple, running 3rd. If that Rockets Red Flare shows up with that winter racing, it is the only one with winter racing under the belt. Huge advantage.
Yeah, so if you've watched the show over the years, you know that sometimes he reads my notes. And so that's what he did in this one. If you're new, that Kirt likes to read the notes because of all the winners and information I come. Anyway, yes, ditto. You got exactly what I was going to talk about. I'll talk about the 1. Likes to sit close. I like the steady longer works coming in. I think this horse could get a jump on some of the closers. And, for example, the 5. Make this race 6 furlongs. Our picks are completely different. We would be both using the 6, the flag horse.
Yeah.
Please the Court.
Not even flag horse.
Not even close.
I was looking for a flag horse.
There's no flag. It's You know, it's the second start. We did our derby, and so sometimes maybe I bounced after that.
Oh, okay,
Anyway,
yeah.
all that useless information of nothing. I did have, that's why I do like the one along the rail and your 4-2-1-4.
And Dimitri Tapoussis sends out his first horse. He is a BC trainer, lots of experience. This is a girl running against the boys. Does draw the rail, though. Will be close to It's a Fluke. So this isn't out of the question. I'm going to give you 2, 4, and 1. Now we're going to carry on to race number 4. It's allowance race. 4 3-year-old fillies that are maidens. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Kicking off the late prime pick 3 stretch. What about this one?
Yes, we'll talk about that prime coming up in a second. Tricky first maiden race, especially. We've got horses, well, first of all, so many unknowns in here.
I got this leg.
You got this?
I do.
Really?
Yep.
And I feel I've got this leg.
Oh, boy.
Let's going to start a little match here. Here we go.
Okay.
Some have, the ones that have raced haven't really shown that much. And then the ones have one starter workout. So this is a wide open race. I did see Kirt's bets on there. Once again, he copied.
I hit the all button, yeah.
He copied
Okay.
mine. But I'm going to talk about the one. I did watch both starts on this horse.
So did I.
Yeah, and a couple key things. I know there's a couple negatives on the one, but there's a couple negatives on everybody in here. This horse was in maiden special weight at Gulfstream, 3-year-olds open. At that meet, it is so tough. You've got Derby horses or future superstars in these races. This horse got the lead going 7 furlongs. First start, very difficult to go gate to wire.
And got it easy.
And did get it easy in a pretty quick time, or early anyway, and then gave it up. Yes, stopped on the turn, only going 5. Competition a little bit easier. And then the last race, didn't get the lead, but going even quicker. So the cutback, possibly clear from the rail, gate to wire.
Yeah, I do like that horse also. I also went to number 6, Grenache. 3 outs ago, what a great rail effort. When it was third, beaten only 1.5 lengths. And then the last start at Tampa, if you watch that replay, around the turn, the horse is right there. Then the jockey takes hold for about a 1/16 of a mile and then starts riding at the end. Did only get beat by 5.5. Maybe if the one can only run a half a mile, which it did in its first 2 starts, Grenache could be the one that's going to be flying at him late.
Yeah, the 6 for both of us certainly is going to be flying. A must-use, and if you're not taking all in here, it has at least run evenly. That's kind of where I'm with the 5 on there. That you're taking an unknown, which is fair. The 5 again, kind of a little success there, but at least coming from Oaklawn, as mentioned already earlier. How tough a racing, we'll just see where this horse kind of fits, special weight or have to drop. I like my 1. The others are for running for 2nd and 3rd, so I'll go 1, 5, and 6.
Yeah, the only thing on the 5, it doesn't have a lot of gate speed. I watched those last 3 races. The horse got out, couldn't keep up early, and then just tried to get along, so it won't be pressuring the front end. Also, look at number 3, Offshore Account. How can I have this horse? 6 beaten 14. Looks like it didn't show any run at all. If you want to watch a replay, this is a good one to watch. The horse came out of the gate, wasn't used at all by Sky Chernance, who was the jockey. And then all of a sudden, she started riding. The horse was about 10 lengths off the last horse, caught up to the last horse by the time they hit the turn, and then the horse got tired. That was as a 2-year-old. Now as a 3-year-old. Horses change, but I like that little middle move that it did make. Shows a little bit of talent. Maybe it just needs to come to Assiniboia Downs and show some flashiness. So take a look at that. Let's talk about number 2, Truthful Skies. This is a first-time starter. Sky Mesa, the dad, had 3 wins, $600,000 in earnings from 6 furlongs to a mile and 16th. The mom, 5 wins, $155,000 in earnings. 7 half siblings, so no full siblings, but a 3-time winner of $60,000, a 2-time winner of $70,000, 3-time winner of $63,000, unstarted, and another 3-time winner of $60,000, and a 1-time winner of $17,000. But there is one horse in the breeding that was a 7-time winner of $167,000. That half brother, Black Tika. Do you remember that one stretch?
Absolutely, yes.
Black Tika ran here 6 times last year, 3 wins, 3 seconds, cutthroat speed, won the first level allowance, won the second level allowance, and then won the first level allowance again. So there is some breeding in there. Just wanted to throw that in, but I'm going to give you 6, 3, and 1. Now we're going to carry on to race number 5, and a first level allowance, optional $12,500 claimer for fillies and mares 3 and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Our first of 2 classic high 5 races. Stretch, what about this one?
Yeah, another good race. Very lots of talent. Again, I'm going to say that they're going to multiple wins in this group throughout the season. It has everything to do with the timing of the year, why my top selection. Once again, this race, that's where you're looking for speed. If you're new to the handicapping, look for horses that show speed. If you can only find one, take that one. If you find lots of them, take a closer. That's a good way to at least start if you're newer to the racing. Yes, this horse is running at a lower level, so that worries me a bit. But I just think because it's only going 5 furlongs, controlling speed, certainly can try to steal it from the rest of them. I don't know about the price, but the Kirt followers may get help our price on the one. But I just have to go with that horse because I know that horse is on the lead by himself.
Yeah, and 1 of 2 horses that have the winter racing under the belt. I went to number 4, Damn the Torpedoes, because the way I look at it, there is 5 non-3 lifers in here, and then there's Damn the Torpedoes, who's won 12. So looking at that, Damn the Torpedoes has tested some real tough horses here at the Downs. I like the workout pattern, especially the last 2, the half mile 48 and 4, and the 5 furlongs in 102 and 3. That looks like Damn the Torpedoes could be ready to go. If it's a short price, I wouldn't be betting win, but definitely is the class of the field. So I had to put her on top.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you there. I didn't know where to place it. Last year wasn't her top year, but if you look at the previous year, how good she is, she runs back to that form. Watch out, can run down the speed. I use the 2. This is one of those ones that this horse can get the lead or sit close. And if the 1 kind of backs up a little bit, the 2 might get the jump. This horse is game and can show speed and the right distance. So had to go 1, 2, and 4.
And I threw in the other winter race horse out of the Eugene Burns barn. Ran at Tampa 2 outs ago, but didn't wear blinkers. And that was kind of the key. Ran really bad in there, but came back with a much better effort, running 4th. It was only a 6-horse field, but the horse at least tried every step of the way. So I'm throwing the fitness in, and it does have a good workout coming in 48 and 3. So I'm giving you 4, 1, and 3. Now we're going to carry on to race number 6, an allowance non-2 lifer. 4 3-year-olds and up, they're going to go 5 furlongs. Scratch number 7, complete overhaul. Stretch, what about here?
Yeah, one of those interesting races on do you stick with your betting against angles or you just ignore it and go from there? And so I don't disagree with what you went with, but the reason I had to go to the 6 is a couple reasons. The top 2 choices on the money line or morning line are going to be 2 and 4. 4 will probably be the biggest favorite.
I agree.
Not necessarily on the day, but at least the biggest favorite going today. I agree with the money line, morning line price, absolutely. But a couple things on that is a 3-year-old against older, both the 2 and the 4. The 6 horse is the horse that I ended up taking. Didn't get out of the gate the 2 starts here at ASD last year. I don't believe that the owners would have brought this horse here if this horse couldn't run. Ended up in the Manitoba Derby. Both those starts kind of struggled, especially that big favorite race, first start out.
Same condition.
Same condition, yeah. And you look at the Churchill Downs races. Those races put this horse right there. Is a 4-year-old younger. Certainly, that if doesn't lose touch of the field, I think the horse can be there at a bit of a price.
Yeah, and those 2 workouts coming in, absolutely spectacular, 47 and 4 and 101 and 1. I do like Classico, ran on the dirt, 3 outs go at Del Mar. The winner of that race came back at Oaklawn Park, ran in a 50,000 non-2 lifer, ended up running a really good second in there, did go a rudder ground again, but I like the Classico, ran on the dirt, has some speed. Yes, Mighty Mikey offers speed to the race. Goshiak can have a little bit. But Classico testing some tough ones. This one is Derby bound, so I'm going to give it the nod. And what about Mighty Mikey? What can you say about this horse? Already won 3 races, eligible for this one because those restricted races do not count. So the funny thing about that is if Mighty Mikey won this race, it could go right back in there. Yes, that's the way it works here at Assiniboia Downs. So that's why he's in. He offers speed, loads of talent as a 2-year-old. So you got to like him at least a little bit.
So I appreciate that you asked me, what do you think of the 2? And then you just told the story.
Well, you know.
So I got, that's, anyway, the 3-year-old, the 6 or the 4 horse, the concern is the longer going on the turf. We'll see. Obviously, this is not their must-win race because they're looking, like you said, at the Derby. A good race to finish it out. We'll see where it goes, 6, 4, and 2.
And I just want to add on a number 1, Wits 10 Touch, was in the Baxter. That's the 3-year-old stake. The horse that won it was a maiden who broke its maiden in the stake. The horse that ran 3rd was a non-3 lifer. So Wits 10 Touch, it was not the strongest stake race. If you're saying why not go all in, you might want to tread lightly. I'm going to give you 4, 6, and 2. Good luck with all your wagers this evening. And I'll be right back with the changes on this evening's Carter Racing. And if everybody can get their pens and programs ready, here are the changes on this evening's 6-race Carter Racing. Turning your programs to race number 1, the Don Gray Memorial. Scratch number 3, Lovely Sasakaya. Number 4, Fleet of Hoof. Make the jockey Javanil Patterson. And number 1, Golden Buck. Will not run for a claiming price, will be wavered. Now turning your programs to race number 2, kicking off Jackpot Pick 5 wagering. There are no changes. Now turning your programs to race number 3, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed Pick 4 wagering. Scratch number 3, Ship Boss. Now turning your programs to race number 4. In race 4, number 2, Truthful Skies. Make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Now turning your programs to race number 5, our VIP Fan of the Night race. Number 1, Girl from Bayou. Make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Now turning your programs to race number 6. In race 6, scratch number 7, Complete Overhaul. Well, an absolute gorgeous evening for racing here in Winnipeg. Currently under sunny skies. Okay.
We're chasing the money, or
we're kind of chasing the money, I guess.
I guess so.
All right.
It's different.
Yeah, well, that
or are we coming back from? We're coming north, following the geese.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're doing.
All right. Under mainly sunny skies, the temperature 18 degrees Celsius or 64 Fahrenheit. A light wind out of the north at 16 kilometers an hour or 10 miles an hour, and the track is listed as fast. A fast racetrack for this evening's 6-race Carter Racing. And we're going to kick it off right here in race number 1 that goes to post in 19 minutes. And welcome down to the paddock for race number 1. We're kicking off the opening day card of racing with a $7,500 claimer for 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Scratch number 3, Lovely Saskaya, and number 4, Fleet of Hoof. Make the jockey Javanil Patterson and number 1, Golden Buck will run under the waiver stretch. We're kicking off with the Prime Pick 3. What's that all about?
Yeah, very excited about that. It's a $3 minimum. I've seen this at throughout the various other tracks, and you get some sneaky payouts. Like it actually, the percentage if you run the win odds pays more for whatever reason. I don't really know why that's the case, but
yeah, I tried it on Derby Day. It didn't work out so well, but I did try it. I made a donation
for sure. But it's good. So we're having a first 3 and the last 3, which I like that. No rolling because we've got the rolling doubles. It actually fits perfectly. I think it was the right call. And you have to take a chance because it's a $3 minimum. You have to take a bit of a stand, but if your key comes in, you're certainly going to get paid, and you're going to see. I might be playing a couple pick 3s to kick off the season, but
okay.
Anyway, my top selection's the 4. We've got Julie on camera today. Welcome back, Julie. She's always ready for our mistakes and finds the horses from there. This is big scratch, as Kirt mentioned. The 3 was the most speed because the 3 and 4 ran against each other. The 3's out. The 4 chased the rabbit speed last time, and as you can see, it's set up for the closers. 2 back is the key. Slower fractions, grab the lead, and went gate to wire. You've got a couple of the horses in here that usually sit a little farther back. You might think the 1 has speed. Can show some, but usually mile speed. And this horse is your 6 furlong speed. Has raced at Fawner Park in some competitive races. Especially that last race, you said the multiple winner.
Yeah, five out of the last 6 starts that Tomatodu.
Yeah, so you really got to watch. It says 2,500, but it was an allowance. It was actually a stake race. I heard the announcer call it out of the gate.
And the other horse I do like, number 2, Promise Code. We both like it. This is a horse 2 outs ago, ran a really good race. Only beaten by 4 1/4 in the end, but they were only going a half a furlong. Another furlong. This horse was closing. Would have got a little bit bigger of a piece of the pie. Mr. McLean, who ended up running second. He was a horse that ran at the 7,500 first level allowance and was an absolute speedball. So ran against good company, and the winner had won 2 out of 3. Last time out, the horse didn't run well, but I'm giving him a pass on that. That winner fitness really plays in to the early races early on in the meet. So I'm going to give Jerry Gorno a big 1-2 shot to win the first.
Agree with you. And I'll talk about the 5. Mentioned this on ASD Live that this horse ran in the second last race of the year and now running in the first race of the year. Since we got a second, do you know who won the last race last year?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Horse won by 7 3/4 lengths.
Oh, boy.
Big favorite.
No, I don't.
Track Robber.
Oh, yes. Track Robber.
Yeah, sorry to put you
That's
on the spot.
all right. No problem.
I want everybody else is thinking, who was it? It capped off my big pick 5 that day.
Mike Pierce.
Yes, very
Trainer.
good. I knew you'd know all of that stuff. Anyway, a little short for Green Amazon. Has the ability to make a late close, but they're only going 5. You kind of have to make note of this. Some of these horses today, or every race, you should really watch how horses gallop out because they're just up against it going certain distances. But if they finish strong, it's a good bet next time because they're in shape, but it's just not the right running style.
And the good thing is, if you aren't watching, we're going to help you out with that because that's what we pay attention to. Also, look at number 1, Golden Buck, coming by way of Fairmount Park in Illinois. Last year, the horse had a great year, 7 for 10 in the money with 3 wins, 2 seconds and 2/3. 1 going 6 furlongs, 1 going 1 mile and a 16th. I'm going to give him the pass in the slop the last time. Ended up getting beat by 12, but that was 1 mile and 3/16. Now starts out going 5 furlongs. The horse will offer some speed to the race, gets tucked in on the rail, does have a good work on May the 2nd in 37-2. His best definitely is good enough in here. But let's go to our wagers here in race number 1, Stretch. What do you have?
Yeah, so I've been told I'm allowed 3 lines this
Oh,
year.
boy.
And so why not?
Okay.
I always like to win the first race of the
How
year.
do you have any money from Derby Day? I was the
I
one
haven't
that
run it. You
I
cashed.
cashed the big ticket.
You did.
My smallest ticket was the big win.
Yes, well,
which was the funny thing.
Yes. Okay. Old news. It's all about now. $3 pick 3, 2 of them.
All right.
4 with 1, 2, 5 with the 2, and then another one 2, 4 with 5 with 1, 2, 4. Could get it a $6 one. And why not? Let's kick it off. Hitting the exactor, $10 exactor, 4 and 2.
And myself, well, I'm going cheap to start off. I'm also doing the pick 3. I'm going to take 2, 4 with 5 with 2 and 4. That's only $12. Good luck with all your selections here in race number 1. We'll see you back for race 2. The horses are on the track for race number 1, the Don Gray Memorial. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $15,000. Number 1 is Golden Buck, owned by Dale Henry, trained by Tom Gardapi Jr., Tyrone Nelson in the saddle. Number 2 is Promise Code, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Number 3, Lovely Sassicaia, was scratched. Number 4 is Fleet of Hoof, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, the new rider, Javanil Patterson. Rounding out the field is number 5, Green Amazon, owned by Hardball Stable, trained by Stephen Gaskin, with Devontae Prescott. The Don Gray Memorial here in race number 1. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
right, here we go. Kicking off the season. It looks like the lone speed is the 4 is going to be the favorite. It's going to be catch him if you can. Last time didn't get the lead. The key is it should be the only speed because there is the others kind of sit off the pace. I think this one can go gate to wire. Others to consider is the 2. It's coming from Fauner Park, racing some pretty good racing. 2 back is a nice race at the 4 furlong. Should sit off and try to make a late run there. And then the one will be the farthest back is the 5. If the speed backs up, maybe the 5 can get a higher placing, but I got it 4, 2, and 5. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on number 4, Fleet of Hoof. Last time out, not the best start as the horse had to chase every step of the way, but when it does get loose on the front end, it is tough to catch. And I think that's going to happen today, loose and loving it. I also like the 2 Promise Code. That race 2 outs ago was a sneaky good one, only beaten by 4 lengths. If the race was longer, would have had a better finish. The horse that won it won 2 out of 3. And number 5, Green Amazon, started out in a real tough spot last year against Tiz Lord, Lieutenant Norm, and in form. This is a much easier spot. We'll like the 5 furlongs. I'm also giving you 4, 2, and 5. Good luck here in race number 1.
It's post time!
Starting 8, Promise Code also is in. Just 2 left to load. The even money favorite, Fleet of Hoof, is in. And now just waiting on Green Amazon. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off in the Don Gray Memorial. From the outside, Fleet of Hoof, showing the early speed, getting pressure on the inside from Golden Buck. Just behind them, Promise Code, sitting 2.5 lengths off of it, and Green Amazon also right there, and it's 4 of them. All 4 within 2.5 lengths, but Fleet of Hoof with the big speed and the lead by 1.5 lengths through an opening quarter of 25-1. Promise Code in an all-out drive in second. Golden Buck splitting horses as they hit the head of the lane. Green Am's on the trailer. Fleet of Hoof with the lead. Golden Buck coming with big run on the outside. It's Fleet of Hoof on the inside. Golden Buck on the outside. Promise Code a little bit to offer, but Fleet of Hoof is digging deep, and Fleet of Hoof is going to take it. Golden Buck second best. Third's going to go to Promise Code, and 4th to Green Amazon. The stewards have requested a photograph to determine the winning horse. They went the opening quarter 25-1, the half 49-4. Time for the 5 furlongs, 102-3. Results of the photo show the winner number 4, Fleet of Hoof. Second goes to number 1, Golden Buck. Third to number 2, Promise Code. And fourth to number 5, Green Amazon. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner of the Don Gray Memorial. That's number 4, Fleet of Hoof. Fleet of Hoof is a bay gelding, 7 years old, by Northern of Fleet, under the mare disqualified by Sky Classic. Owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, and ridden to victory by Javanil Patterson. Time for the 5 furlongs, 102-3. On behalf of the HBPA, Scott Anderson and Ron Zerba are making a blanket presentation to the winning connections. Race 1 is official in the upcoming second race. Jackpot Pick 5 wagering. There are no changes, but we'll carry on with the rest of the changes in this evening's Pick 5. Turning your programs to race number 3, scratch number 3, Ship Boss. Now turning your programs to race number 4, number 2, Truthful Skies, make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Now turning your programs to race number 5, number 1, Girl from Dubai, make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Turning your programs to race number 6, scratch number 7, Complete Overhaul. Jackpot Pick 5 wagering kicking off here in race number 2. They'll go to post in 14 minutes. And Assiniboia Downs 50-50 draw returns each and every race night. Tonight's jackpot is currently $640 and growing. Tickets are 1 for 10, 10 for 20, 50 for 50, or 200 for $100. You can get your tickets at Guest Services, the VLT Cashier's Cage, from the designated roaming 50-50 ticket seller, or just go online at 5050.asdowns.com. The draw will take place at 10 p.m. tonight, and proceeds do benefit Final Furlong and the Winners Foundation. And please take note that you do not need to be in attendance to win. Just check our website at asdowns.com for the winning number. And don't forget to check out the 140 VLTs in our spacious Club West Gaming Lounge, located on the second level of the grandstand and open daily from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Tonight and every race night, we will be drawing for $500 in cash at 11:30 p.m. during Crazy Hour in the VLT Lounge. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 2. Kicking off jackpot pick 5 with an allowance. Optional $22,500 claimer for the boys 3 and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs straight to our top selection. That's number 5, CPG. Ran at Oaklawn in its last few outings and ran huge in the last 2. Battled throughout, didn't give up an inch. The only one winter raced. That makes it top selection for us.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to get the trip. I like the 1 as a bit of a sleeper to maybe complete the exactor. Can show some speed, can sit right there. The other ones can battle it out, maybe pick up the pieces. Nice 8-1.
Yeah, I also like Just Trust Me. Was training down in Tampa, Florida. Not missing many days down there. This horse ran really well at the Downs, 3 for 4. So I'm thinking that winter racing is really going to help this, or winter training is going to help this horse.
Yeah, as much as I think there's a battle up front, the speed of the speed for me is the 2, has the works, has the speed coming from Hastings Park. We saw the first one go gate to wire. We'll see if that's a bit of a trend.
And Medicine Dog, a big workout at Fauner Park after arriving from Texas. And now here at Assiniboia Downs, ran well. Like a little bit of everybody under the 5 stretch. What's your wagers here?
All right, we'll play a pick 5 just because kick it off.
We'll just show them we're running out of time.
There we go. Yeah, and the key is there's rolling doubles. I got a 5-2 and then an exactor. So I got a little bit of everything in there.
You're just filling up the board.
Filling up the board.
I'm just doing the pick 5. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 2. And we'll see you back for race 3. Kicking off $50,000 guaranteed. Pick 4 wagering. The horses are on the track for race number 2. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $21,000. Number 1 is Falsely Accused, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Siobhan Townsend. Number 2 is Soaring for the Sun, owned by Wendy Anderson and Dave Gregory, trained by Wendy Anderson with Demario Bino. Number 3 is Medicine Dog, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Number 4 is Just Trust Me, owned by Eugene Burns and Dewey Williams, trained by Eugene Burns with Antonio Whitehall. Rounding out the field is number 5, CPG, owned by Drop-In Racing, Parker Wallette, and Shelby Latticure, trained by Steve Keplin Jr. with Sven Balrup. Jackpot Pick 5 wagering kicking off here in race 2. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
Okay, and let's start with the 5 horses coming from Oaklawn Park, and I think the horse can sit just off the pace, make the move, is not a need the lead horse where there are some in this race. And so if the pace backs up, this horse should be extra tough just coming from Oaklawn Park. Another one to consider is the 1, another not need the lead, likes to run second a little bit too much. That's why I've got there 5-1 fair value, maybe complete the exactor. And who is the speed of the speed? The longest shot on the board at 9-1. That's the 2. We'll try to go gate to wire just to have some battling out early. Let's go 5-1-2, Kirt.
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on the top horse being CPG, coming from Oak Lawn. Has battled to the wire in its last 2 starts. Both of those going 6 furlongs. This 5 furlong race should be perfect for it. I also like number 4, Just Trust Me. This horse is training down in Florida at Tampa. Had a good year last year, 3 for 4 in the money with a win in a couple of seconds. And I'm going to round it off with Medicine Dog, another horse that was training down in Texas, threw a bullet workout at Fauner Park in Nebraska before arriving here at Assiniboia Downs and loves our racetrack. So I'm going to give you a 5, 4, and 3. Good luck here in race number 2. Time. Falsely accused, the first one to find his spot in the starting gate. Next up, Soaring for the Sun. Here comes Medicine Dog in the middle. Just 2 left to load. Just Trust Me. And now waiting on the 4 to 5 favorite. That's CPG. The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off. Quickly from the outside, Just Trust Me. Shows some good early speed and takes a lead by a length. Medicine Dog putting on the pressure to the inside. CPG also pressuring, but 3 wide. A gap of 3 lengths back to Soaring for the Sun on the inside, and Falsely Accused will be the early trailer. The opening quarter, 23-4. On the inside, Just Trust Me. To the outside, CPG. Right in behind them, a length back, is Medicine Dog, Falsely Accused. Trying to rev it up 5 wide, and the trailer soaring for the sun. They hit the head of the lane. Just Trust Me with the lead. CBG to the outside. These two are going at it, but a 16th of a mile to go. CPG has a little bit left and is going to win by a length. Just Trust Me in second. Falsely Accused rallied for third, and Medicine Dog finished in fourth. The Stewards post to number 5, CPG, as your race winner. Second goes to number 4, Just Trust Me. Third to number 1, Falsely Accused. And fourth to number 3, Medicine Dog. They went the opening quarter 23-4, the half 47-3. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 2, that's number 5, CPG. CPG is a dark bear brown gelding, 5 years old, by Army Mule, under the mare Dance for Daddy by Scat Daddy, owned by Droppin' Racing, Parker Wallette, and Shelby Lattiser, trained by Steve Keplin Jr., and ridden to victory by Sven Balrup. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute even. Race 2 is official. In the upcoming third race, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering, scratch number 3, Ship Boss. We will carry on with the changes in this evening's pick 4. Turning your programs to race number 4, number 2, Truthful Skies, make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Now turning your programs to race number 5, number 1, Girl from the Bayou, make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Now turning your programs to race number 6, scratch number 7, Complete Overhaul. $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering kicks off here in race number 3. They'll go to post in 14 minutes. And don't forget to explore the 140 VLTs in our Club West Gaming Lounge. It's located on the second level of the grandstand and open daily from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And remember, we have a $500 Crazy Hour cash draw that will take place at 11:30 p.m. each and every race night. $10,000 back down paddock 4, race number 3, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering with the $3,000 claimer for 3-year-olds and up that are non-winners of the year. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Scratch number 3, Ship Boss. Quick look back at race number 2, CPG, the best horse in the end. But just trust me, ran such a good race. And what about the gallop out? I know you were watching that stretch.
Yes, exactly right. And it was just a matter of racing, conditioning at the end. The five's a runner, but just not having that start for the
16th pole.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Yeah, and you saw that in the first race.
Yes.
You look at that, the 4 had the race.
And Golden Buck needed that start. But fought all the way.
Yeah, a couple horses for next time will be waiting to come back on good efforts with the gallop outs and gameness. So here we go. This is the pick 4 guarantee of $50,000. I think it's very gettable today. There certainly can be some price horses, but I think it's extremely playable. And Julie's found both of our top selections. Talked about this on ASD Live about understanding the conditions. This 2-horse cannot be claimed in this race. Sharp move by the trainer to claim this horse at the end of the year. Knows he's got the 3,000 condition. Has controlling speed. Look at that back class at the end of the year. It just was a kind of a long meet, and then dropped and didn't win going 6, but we're only going 5, and that's the key to this race.
I agree. And this horse was competitive at the 10, 75, and 55 level. Also like number 4, Rockets Red Flare. I'm throwing out those races at Fauner Park. That is a different racetrack, and maybe I'm thinking that Rockets Red Flare just didn't like it. If you look at those previous 2 efforts, those were good efforts at Sam Houston running 3rd, and even that 6 beaten 8 wasn't a bad one, as it was a key race, as the 2 horses that ran 1st and 2nd both came back to win their next start. I'm thinking this horse could outrun its odds, currently 9-2 on the board.
Yeah, I agree with you completely on that. I used the one, Girl Against the Boys, has the rail spot, can show some speed. I thought this horse could chase the leader around. Getting a price, I don't know about the win, but a nice exactor or a try with this one.
And one of our first Hasting Invader horses, number 6, Please the Court. This horse ran some big races last year, won 2 out of 6 starts, but doesn't have a lot of early speed. Did show it once, but for the most part, likes to sit back and make a big late charge coming out of the Wendy Anderson barn.
Yeah, and let's take a look at the 5. I refuse to say the name because
Shankadopoulos. I know you're a little bit too golfy.
Yeah. Anyway, so those horses run some nice races and certainly be right there. I think the horse is going to need one. It's a little bit out of condition at only 1 lifetime win, but pay attention to this horse. There's certainly could be in the money, maybe sneak in a 3rd. I'm going to save this one, but a nice effort sets it up for a 2nd start.
All right, let's go to our wagers here in race number 3, stretch, pick 4 time. What do you have?
I've got a
cover it. Look at you.
I was told.
Where are you getting all this money from?
Yeah, it's early. It's early in the season.
Oh,
2 pick 4s, key in the 2 in this leg, and then with a bunch, and then a 2nd ticket, so maybe I can get it a 2nd time, key in the 1 in the next. 2 keys, you get it twice, and then kind of a Kirt bet, $5 try 2 with 146 with 146.
And myself, I'm just going a little pick 4, 2-4 in here, hit the all button. I'm going to get that leg. With the 1-4, key in the 4, $24. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 3. We'll see you back for race 4. The horses are on the track for race number 3. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $10,000. Number 1 is I'm All Shook Up. Owned and trained by Dimitri Tapoussis, Sierra Pruitt aboard. Number 2, It's a Fluke. Owned by Ray Gardepy, trained by Tom Gardepy Jr. with Tyrone Nelson. Number 3, Ship Boss was scratched. Number 4 is Rockets Red Flare. Owned by Henry Wood Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Dario Dalrymple. Number 5 is Shankadopoulos. Owned and trained by Andre Ellis, Arthur Perdue in the saddle. Rounding out the field is number 6, Please the Court. Owned by Windancer Stable and Norm Suderman, trained by Wendy Anderson with Demario Bino. $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering kicking off here in race number 3. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
Here we go, kicking off the pick 4, 50,000 guarantee. I like the sequence. I'm going to open up with the 2-horse. Comes off a claim at a lower level. Look at the early start of last year on competitive at a higher level. Just needed a break for the season, got the break. Now is the lone speed. Certainly can go gate to wire if wants to. Doesn't have to have the lead. Runs back to some of those races. Watch out. Others to consider, the Hastings Invader is a girl against the boys. Should get the rail trip. May try to press. We saw the rail on the 1-horse in the first race do well. And then the 4-horse, you just never know. Throw out those last 2 races. Could be the difference, and you will get paid at a nice price. Let's go 2-1-4. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on number 2. It's a Fluke. It's a Fluke, competitive at 5,500, 7,500, and 10,000 last year. Starts at the non-winners of the year. Tom Gardepy had a horse in the first race ready, Golden Buck, who only lost by a nose. So it's a Fluke. This is the spot to win. I also like number 4, Rockets Red Flare. I'm throwing out those last 2 races as it was at Fauner Park. Those Sam Houston races were so much better. If he brings those races to the table, he's got a shot to be an upsetter at 4-1. And I do like the mare against the boys. I'm all shook up. Coming out of the Dimitri Tapouzis barn, this horse has speed to offer, draws the inside, hasn't run this short distance in some time, but is 1-for-1 running second going 5 furlongs. So I'm going to give you 2, 4, and 1. Good luck here in race number 3.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD.
time. Huh. I'm all shook up, the mare against the boys. The first one to go in. Next up, the 4-5 favorite. It's a Fluke. Now even money is in. Rocket's Red Flare is next. Just 2 left to load. Shankadopoulos. And now just waiting on Please the Court to the outside. The field is set. They're at the post. I'm all shook up. Fractious in the gate. Slight delay into the running of race number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, a late scratch to report in this a third race. Scratch number 1, I'm all shook up. That's a late scratch here in the third race. Scratch number 1, I'm all shook up. If you wagered on number 1, all shook up, there will be a complete refund. If you used number 1, I'm all shook up in your pick 5s, pick 4s, and pick 3s, you will receive the favorite at post time. And if it is a second half year double with number 5 CPG in race 2, there will be a consolation payout. Late scratch here in the third race, scratch number 1, I'm all shook up. Approximate post time, 2 to 3 minutes away.
It's a Fluke now re-enters the starting 8. Rockets Red Flare walks right up. Just 2 left to load. Shankadopoulos. And now just waiting on the even money favorite, Please the Court. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. Hopping a bit at the start was It's a Fluke. Rockets Red Flare came out a running and grabs the lead easily by 4 lengths. On the outside, Shankadopoulos, It's a Fluke. Back in third, and the trailer now, Please the Court. But it's all Rockets Red Flare. Now 7 of 5 on the board through an opening quarter of 23 and 4. Still with the lead by 3. Please the Court on the outside, coming with the run. Shankadopoulos back to third. The trailer, It's a Fluke. They hit the head of the lane. Rockets Red Flare. The strides are shortening a bit with Please the Court trying to run them down. They're coming to the 16th pole. Rockets Red Flare digs in and is gonna win the race. Second's gonna go to Please the Court. Third to Shankadopoulos, and fourth to It's a Fluke. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold all tickets. There's a Stewart's Inquiry here in race number 3. The results of the photo show the winner, number 4, Rockets Red Flare. Second goes to number 6, Please the Court. Third to number 5, Shankadopoulos. And fourth to number 2, It's a Fluke. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a rider's objection here in race number 3. Demario Bino, aboard number 6, Please the Court, has claimed interference against number 4, Rockets Red Flare, and jockey Dario Dalrymple. Rider's objection, 6 on 4. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner here in race number 3, that's number 4, Rockets Red Flare. Rockets Red Flare is a big gelding, 4 years old, by Early Flyer. Out of the mare, Benny's Bombshell by Benny the Bull. Owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, and ridden to unofficial victory by Dario Dalrymple. Time for the 5 furlongs, 101 and 1. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the inquiry sign is on the board and a rider's objection, 6 on 4. Please hold all tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are waiting the outcome of the inquiry and the objection, directing your attention to the winner's circle where Darren Armstrong is making a special presentation to Assiniboia Downs Chief Executive Officer Darren Dunn. Darren Armstrong is the son of former Downs jockey George Richard Dickie Armstrong. Dick did ride here at the Downs from 1958 until 1969 and won 478 races here, resulting in 4 leading rider titles in 1962, 64, 65, and 67. He won numerous stakes races at the Downs, including the 1969 Manitoba Derby aboard Fire and Desire, and was the Downs' all-time leading rider from July 1965 until August 1970. When the Downs celebrated its official opening on June the 10th, 1958, Armstrong won the first ever race with his mount, Goldum. 68 years later, his son Darren returns to present the silver tray that was given to his father to mark that occasion. In addition, Darren is also donating the Manitoba Derby Buffalo statue for his dad's winning Derby ride from 1969. Assiniboia Downs is proud to accept these artifacts and thanks Darren in recognition of his father Dick for their generosity. These items will be on display in our history area in the main lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, after reviewing the films, the stewards have disqualified number 4, Rocket's Red Flare, for interference with number 6, Please the Court, in late stretch. The new order of finish will become 6, 4, 5, and 2, and that will become official. And ladies and gentlemen, the inquiry was on the stretch drive. That was also taken off the board. Ladies and gentlemen, directing your attention to the television monitors is the inquiry and objection tape from race number 3. Pay special attention to in yellow in front. That's number 4, Rocket's Red Flare. And to the outside, to the left of your screen, that's number 6, Please the Court. This is the pan or side shot. The objection was 6 on 4. As you see, the 4 is in the lead. 6 is coming up. And it was right there. Here's the head-on shot from the South Tower. Pay special attention in yellow. That's number 4, Rockets Red Flare. To the outside is number 6, Please the Court, in black. The objection was 6 on 4. And right there, in the Stewart's decision, it warranted a disqualification. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a late scratch to report in this, the 4th race. Scratch number 4, Category 1. Once again, a late scratch to report in this, the 4th race. Scratch number 4, Category 1. If you wagered on number 4, Category 1, it will be a complete refund. If you use number 4, Category 1, in your pick 4 or pick 5, the favorite at post time will be substituted. And ladies and gentlemen, we've drawn our VIP Fan of the Night. Congratulations goes out to Larry Dewis. That's Larry Dewis. Congratulations, you're our VIP Fan of the Night. You have 10 minutes to report to guest services on the main floor, South End. And we've also drawn our 10,000 lucky long shot person, Derek Ducharme. Derek Ducharme, congratulations. You're looking for the lucky long shot in race number 6. You also have 10 minutes to report to guest services on the main floor, South End. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 4, kicking off the late prime pick 3 with an allowance race for filly 3-year-olds that are maidens. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Number 2, Truthful Skies, Make the Jockey, Javanale Patterson, and scratch number 4, Category 1, who was a late scratch. Quick look back at race number 3, Stretch. Well, Rocket's Red Flare tried to take it all the way, but ended up going to the parking lot and ended up DQing, so Please the Court gets the win.
Yeah, the race completely changed with the 2 not getting out of the gate. We thought the 2 would get to the lead and the 4 would chase, so make a note. Everybody saw that the 2 do poorly, maybe get a price next time. That's why sometimes when you play speed horses, you kind of live and die on the starts.
It's an all or nothing.
Yeah, so here we go. Speaking of all or nothing, let's go let's go to the 1. If Julie can find the 1. There we go. You're going to, one of these kind of, how can you take a horse that finished so poorly? Well, this horse showed speed at a very competitive high, one of the top tracks in North America for sure. At Gulfstream, got the lead against some very talented other fillies that day. With some of them are going to be going on to stakes race. This horse got the lead, tired on the turn, and kind of wrapped it up. 7 furlongs is a tough distance to get. And so now we're cutting back. So it wasn't even the 6 furlongs, it was the 7. And so I got to give this horse a shot. Lightly raced, only 2 starts. If it can break, we'll see how far she can go.
Yeah, I also like another horse for coming by way of Florida. This one, Tampa Downs. That's number 6, Grenache. 3 outs ago, this horse ran a really good 6.5 furlongs where it pressed every step of the way and only lost by a length and a quarter in the end. And that was a good rail effort. Next time out, ran a bit flat in there. That was an 11-horse field. Beat half of them, though. And then in its last race, this horse took hold for about almost 1/8 of a mile and then started riding again. Ended up only getting beat 5.5. I think this horse does have some talent, has that winter racing, will be close to the pace. A lot of things to like, and 3-1 on the board isn't too bad.
Yeah, this is about the betting board I expected, especially the 1, 5, and 6 kind of evenly. We'll see who ends up going off as the favorite. The co-favorite now is the 5 with the 1. Coming from Oaklawn, we've already seen an Oaklawn Park horse win. No comparison because this horse hasn't won a race, hasn't shown a lot, but can run evenly. And that might be enough. If the 1 can't get the distance, maybe this one can take over. I don't like 2-1, but I think it's a good exactor play.
And number 3, Offshore Account, ran a dismal race at Woodbine, but actually made a really nice move in the race, was 10 lengths back off the last horse, made a power move around the turn, caught the last horse, but then just pretty well stayed there and got beat double digits. That was the 2-year-old race. Some of these horses really improve at 3, and that showed a little bit in that race to me. So if you like long shots, I think this is the one.
Yeah, let's take a look at the 2. A first-time starter. The key here, this horse is working out at Tampa, so it didn't have to get stuck with our winter, and so that's key. Their steady works, nothing flashy, but just that winter training is certainly going to help. There's no world beaters in here, I don't think, so we'll find out.
And it has one good sibling out of the 7 half siblings. That was Black Tika, a horse that won 3 out of 6 starts with 3 seconds, a monster speedball. So maybe another good long shot in here. But let's go to our wagers here in race 4, Stretch. What do you have?
I've got 2 bets, 3 bets. $3 pick.
Why not 4?
I'm not allowed. You get 1 space.
Okay.
$3 exactor, $3 pick 3 wheel. 1-5 with 1 with 4-6. This is the late pick 3. 20 win on 1, and then you can see my exactor 1-5 with 1-5-6. $20 if you want to make it $1 only, $4.
Okay, and myself, I'm doing an exactor box 1, 3, and 6. $1 $6. I'm doing a $3 one for 18. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 4, and we'll see you back for race 5. The horses are on the track for race number 4. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $21,500. Number 1 is Off the Payroll, owned by Julia Williams, trained by Tom Gardaby Jr. with Tyrone Nelson. Number 2 is Truthful Skies, owned by Joe Schumer, trained by Eugene Burns with Javaniel Patterson. Number 3 is Offshore Account, owned by Matty Dirksen, trained by Devin Gittins with Rashawn Brewster. Number 4, Category 1, was a late scratch. Number 5 is Steal Your Soul, owned by Droppin' Racing, James Kaplan and Steve Kaplan Sr., trained by Steve Kaplan Jr. with Sven Balro. Rounding out the field is number 6, Grenache, owned by Windancer Stable and Norm Suderman, trained by Wendy Anderson with Demario Bino. Late prime pick 3 kicking off here in race number 4. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
right, the girls going 5 furlongs, all looking for their first win. That's why it's a maiden race. I'm going to take a shot on the one horse. She has shown speed at Gulfstream Park down south in Florida. Didn't finish that well, but I'm hoping the cutback in distance doesn't have to go the 7 furlongs. Maybe she can go gate to wire. Should be a decent price, like the 5-2. Current favorite is the 5. It's already had 5 starts. You kind of know what you get. Coming from Oaklawn, it's kind of an evenly run racehorse, so if the speed backs up, certainly can take over. And the other horse that's been racing is coming from Tampa. Kirt likes top pick. I'm going to use it for third. Let's go 1, 5, and 6. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch. I ended up going to number 6, Grenache. Came by way of Florida, ran some really good races. I really like that race 3 outs ago where the horse tracked and only lost by a length and a half, running a really good third. Last time out was right in the thick of things. And then the jockey took hold and then started riding an eighth of a mile later. So should have had a better finish than it did. So I'm going to give it my top play. I also like number 3, Offshore Account. You had to watch the replay on this one. Made a massive middle move to catch the last place horse, or second last place horse, and then tired down the lane. These horses can dramatically improve from 2 to 3. This is a great long shot, and I do like the one off the payroll who could be the speed. So I'm going to give you 6, 3, and 1. Good luck here in race number 4.
It's post time. Huh.
Off the payroll. She's going to be the first into the starting gate. Next up, the first-time starter, Truthful Skies. They're going to help her in. From the middle, here comes Offshore Account. Just 2 left to load. The 6 of 5 favorite, Steal Your Soul. And now just waiting on Grenache. The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off. Stumbling a bit at the start was Offshore Account. From the inside, Truthful Skies flashes some early speed, but off the payroll has a little bit more, and she's going to grab the lead by a length and a half. In between horses, Truthful Skies, Grenache is going to be 3 wide. Right in behind, Steal Your Soul, the favorite, and the early trailer will be Offshore Account. The opening quarter, 23 and 4. Off the payroll. still having the lead, but gonna get company on the outside from Steal Your Soul, who's making a bold move as they hit the head of the lane, off the payroll on the inside. To the outside, Steal Your Soul is just too good and powers on by. Steal Your Soul, widening down the lane, is gonna win by 7. Off the payroll in second, third's gonna go to Grenache, and fourth to Truthful Skies. The Stewart's opposed to number 5, Steal Your Soul, as the race winner. Second goes to number 1, Off the Payroll. Third to number 6, Grenache. And fourth to number 2, Truthful Skies. They went the opening quarter 23-4, the half 48-1. Time for the 5 furlongs, 101. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 4. That's number 5, Steal Your Soul. Steal Your Soul is a dark bear brown filly, 3 years old, by Silver State. Out of the mare Crazy Mary by Super Saver. Owned by Drop in Racing, James Keplin and Steve Keplin Sr. Trained by Steve Keplin Jr. and ridden to victory by Sven Balrup. Time for the 5 furlongs, 101. Congratulations goes out to trainer Steve Keplin Jr. and jockey Sven Balrup, who score the double. 2 wins for trainer Steve Keplin Jr. and jockey Sven Balrup. Race 4 is official in the upcoming 5th race. Our VIP Fan of the Night race. Number 1, Girl from the Bayou. Make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Classic high 5 wagering. Here in race number 5, they'll go to post in 15 minutes. And mark your calendars for the Manitoba Food Truck Battles for Saturday, May the 23rd, and Sunday, May 24th. Over 35 food trucks, vendors, live music, and kids' activities. Admission is just $7, and kids 5 and under are free. All you got to do is visit asdowns.com for more info. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 5. We have an allowance, optional $12,500 claimer. For fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and up, they're going to go 5 furlongs. Classic high 5 wagering. Number 1, Girl from the Bayou, make the jockey Javanil Patterson. Quick look back at race number 4. Well off the payroll, tried to steal it on the front, but Steal Your Soul was just way too good for them.
Yeah, it's an even type, and we weren't sure about the 1. Broke a step slow. That did not make a difference. 5 was much the best. Good future, just to the strides on that one as well. But take note of the 2 horse we'll tell you about later. Showed speed and finished up with a really nice gallop out. So that horse has a future as well.
All right, on to race number 5, Stretch. Who do you like?
Okay, let's go to the 1 along the rail. Hopefully this one breaks a little sharper and kind of grabs the lead. Has been racing easier, but it's just with the speed going short. You make this horse race a little bit longer. I probably don't go to this as my top selection. Kirt will explain why he likes his horse more than mine, and it totally makes sense. I'm just going with the controlling speed, and speed obviously does well at 5 furlongs.
Yeah, and that last race was gaining nicely. I went to number 4, Damn the Torpedoes. The 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, they're all non-3 lifers in here. Damn the Torpedoes, well, it's won 7 at the Downs and 12 races lifetime. This horse is running in stakes and high allowance races, but gets to start off at this spot and be protected, so wavered, so it cannot be claimed because it was in for $12,500. Wendy Anderson, Demario Bino, they teamed up for a win on Please the Court. I think big chance in here.
Yeah, she runs back to races a couple years ago. Watch out. And you're right, just a sharp move by the trainer there. I use the 2 as my kind of second choice, but I might even switch the 4 a little bit, move that one up a bit, but not just yet. This horse can show some speed. Could stalk right on the flank of the 1 and try to take over. I like how this horse runs. Always given a full effort. 6 of 8 in the money at ASD with the right trip, and if ready to go, certainly can be there. 6 to 1's a nice price.
And number 3, My Anticipation, one of 2 horses that have the winter racing. The 1 being the other one. Ran at Tampa 2 outs ago. That was in early January, but they took the blinkers off that day, and that didn't work out too well. They put the blinkers back on at Gulfstream last time out, going 5.5 in a non-3 lifer. Did get beat by 8 lengths, but was in contention most of the way before fading late. I think that winter racing under the belt is going to really help this horse, and a nice sharp work at Tampa coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. A good point on that one. I'll go to this. Let's take a look at the 6. It's almost a long shot of the board. This horse won its first start at ASD last year, but remember had some winter racing. No winter racing this year. Always right there. Does have to improve on the figures a little bit to win it, but you know, with the right trip, certainly can complete your try.
And number 5, Casually Classy. Last year, was able to get a nice win. Did have winter racing also. Has a really sharp workout on April the 22nd. 35-3 breezing. This is a horse that likes to be a late closer in here, and I don't see a big meltdown on the front end, but maybe that 35-3 is tipping off that this horse is ready to go. But let's go to our wagers here in race 5, Stretch. What do you have?
I've only got one bet
What?
here. Yeah, one bet. $3 exactor box.
Holy.
1, 2, and 4 is 18 or 6. You know, I bet you everybody's wondering, is Beth here? Where's Beth? Why has Beth not been around?
Yeah.
Beth, it's an ad alert for me.
Okay. Make her work a little extra
Yes,
hard.
Beth
What
is
a nice
back.
guy.
Beth is back. There's my ad alert. A $5 double, 1, 4 with 6. Thanks, Beth.
All right, now I'm just doing a $20 double, 4 and 4. Good luck with all your wagering here in race number 5, and we'll see you back for race 6. The horses are on the track for race number 5, our VIP Fan of the Night race. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $17,000. Number 1 is Girl from Dubai, owned by Henry Wood Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Javanil Patterson. Number 2 is Cumberland Falls, owned by Black Diamond Stable and Kenneth Lee Gardepy, trained by Tom Gardepy Jr. with Ronald Alley. Number 3 is My Anticipation, owned by Joe Schumer, trained by Eugene Burns with Antonio Whitehall. Number 4 is Damn the Torpedoes, owned by Wind Answer Stable, trained by Wendy Anderson with Demario Bino. Number 5 is Casually Classy, owned by Arneson Farms, trained by Lise Pruitt with Tyrone Nelson. Rounding out the field is number 6, Mineral Rights, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Sierra Pruitt. Our VIP Fan of the Night race with classic high-five wagering. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
All right, the girls going 5 furlongs. A very competitive field. Some very talented fillies and mares in here. I'm going to start with the 1. Don't like the price. This horse is the controlling speed. Has been running easier. Just a matter of if that's okay going the 5 furlongs. Some of the more talented is the 4. That's the value right there at 5-2. Has the back class. Raced against some of the top fillies and mares on the ground. And the price play at 7-1 is the 2 horse. This horse can sit close and may get the jump on the 4. So I'm going to go I'll go 1, 2, and 4. Box it. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I got to go to number 4, Damn the Torpedoes. The only one who's won multiple races. Everybody else is a non-3 lifer. Damn the Torpedoes started off in the stakes race last year and wasn't disgraced in here, and now is in a first level allowance. I'm loving the 3-1. I do respect number 1, Girl from the Bayou. Has been running so well in the last 3 starts and almost caught the winner last time out to get the win. And number 3, My Anticipation. I like the winter racing under the belt throughout the race 2 outs ago when they changed equipment and took the blinkers off. So I'm going to give you a 4, 1, and 3. Good luck here in race number 5.
Post time!
Girl from the Bayou, our 8-5 favorite. First into the gates. Cumberland Falls steps up and in. Here comes My Anticipation. Damn the Torpedoes also is in. Just 2 left to load. Casually Classy. Now just waiting on mineral rights. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. Hopping at the start was Damn the Torpedoes. From the inside, Girl from the Bayou. Sent hard to grab the early lead. Cumberland Falls also wants a piece of the front end. Casually Classy will stalk them in third, another length back. My Anticipation on the rail. Then on the outside, Mineral Rights and the trailer after the poor beginning. Damn the Torpedoes. The opening quarter, 24-1. Girl from the Bayou, Cumberland Falls, and now moving up, Casually Classy is 3 wide and pokes a nose in front as they hit the head of the lane. go from the bayou trying to battle back. But on the outside, it's Casually Classy. A late run from My Anticipation. Casually Classy. My Anticipation on the outside. Goes on by and is going to get the win. Casually Classy in second. Third's going to go to Cumberland Falls. And fourth to Damn the Torpedoes. The Stewart's opposed to number 3, My Anticipation. As your race winner, number 5, Casually Classy was second. Third to number 2, Cumberland Falls. And fourth to number 4, Damn the Torpedoes. They went the opening quarter 24-1, the half 48-4. Time for the 5 furlongs, 101-4. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of our VIP Fan of the Night race, that's number 3, My Anticipation. My Anticipation is a Bay filly, 4 years old, by McLean's Music, under the mare Baby Rags by Union Rags, owned by Joe Schumer, trained by Eugene Burns, and ridden to unofficial victory by Antonio Whitehall. Time for the 5 furlongs, 101-4. Race 5 is official in the upcoming 6th race. Classic High 5 wagering. Scratch number 7, complete overhaul. And there is a carryover in the Classic High 5 of $1,783. Post time for race number 6, 16 minutes away. And time is running out to get your 50-50 tickets. The current jackpot, $1,710 and still growing. Tickets are available at guest services, the VLT cashier's cage, from the roaming 50-50 ticket seller, or just go online at 5050.asdowns.com. Sales will close at 9:50 p.m. just a little over 13 minutes away. You don't want to miss out. And after the final race, be sure to head up to the clubhouse for our popular Crazy Hour. Beer, shots, and wine, just $5.50 and 25% off all starters. And also enjoy our $500 Crazy Hour cash draw that will take place at 11:30 p.m. in the VLT Lounge. Welcome back down the paddock for race number 6, our final race, an allowance race for 3-year-olds and up that are non-2-lifers. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Scratch number 7, complete overhaul. Quick look back at race number 5. What a well-timed ride by Antonio Whitehall, sitting right in behind, making the move and getting up there, but casually classy. What a huge race. And that 35-3 workout, I guess that was the indicator. But I expect that horse to come right back and fire next time. But great job by Eugene Burns and Antonio Whitehall.
Absolutely. You called it. Antonio just waited and made the move. Yeah, well-timed ride. Okay, another slow start on the 4.
Yeah.
A bit of a roll that way. Okay, let's start with my top selection. I'll take 6-1 all day. And that's the 6. This horse is a 4-year-old racing against some 3-year-olds. That makes a big difference at this time of year. Had 2 starts here at ASD, not much success. It's got to get out of the gate. So maybe I'm due to my selection to get out of the gate, as the owners and trainer and jockey want the same thing as I do. You take a look at those Churchill Downs races. That's solid there. This horse is going to probably sit just off the pace and try to make a late run. You can't close too much, but we saw in the last race you could close a little bit. So stays within the pack. Workouts, stay ready. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, definitely those last 2 workouts are absolute standouts. I go to number 4, Classico, one of the 3-year-olds in here. Got the job done at Santa Anita on the turf, going wire to wire. Did run on the dirt at Del Mar in its previous start. Was second by 10. The winner did come back to run second in a 50,000 non-2-lifer at Oaklawn. And the last race that Classico ran, it was an absolute speed fest. It lasted out of the speed, but the horses that were 5th, 6th, and 7th, they ended up running 1, 2, 3 in the race. Classico, coming from Santa Anita, always going to take lots of money.
Absolutely. It's just a matter of if the shortening up can handle it. We both have the 2. Big favorite. I didn't think this horse would be that big of a favorite. Take a look at the competition. It was restricted and also bet right down. So it's not the horse's fault. It's beating up on other horses. But now it's going to race a couple of the tougher foes in here. And we'll see. Going from 2 to 3, if this horse improves a little bit, watch out.
But it did run a huge race in the Osiris against open horses and banged it out on the front end to be beaten by a closer. Also look at number 1, Witt's 10 Touch. Was recently at Fawner. Went in the Baxter Stakes race. Was second favorite in there. Ended up getting beat by a maiden, Forza Road. And another non-2-lifer. Ended up running 3rd in there. Did get a bit pinched at the start and had to battle throughout. I think the horse will offer some speed, but is in a little tough.
For sure. I like the 6. I better like the 5 because the 5 has beaten the 6 before. This horse is always in the money, 2nd and 3rd. Going from there. Will sit just off. Has a nice maiden win at 6 furlongs last year. Certainly in the mix, at least in your high 5 that I might be playing.
Okay, at number 3, Ghost. Yeah, another one sent out by trainer Jason Homer, the other being the 5, War is Hell. Ghost, jumped on the scene from Turf Paradise, ran a really big second, and then came back and absolutely demolished them at the $7,500 level, was beaten by War is Hell in the same condition, allowance non-2-lifer, but does sport a really nice work on April the 23rd. Is going to be one of the bombs on the board. All right, let's go to our wagers here in race 6, Stretch. What do you have?
I've got 10 to place on the 6.
What?
Yeah. 20 to show on the 6.
What?
I've started the show parlay a day early.
Oh, okay.
And I gave Beth the heads up. She's not happy with me right now. Because of the high 5 carryover, we have carryovers. There it is. 246, 246, 246, 15. Only 24.
There's no surprise.
No.
And I'm going to go after the tractor. I'm going to take the 4 on top, the 2-6 for second with the 2, 5, and 6. A $1 ticket, $4, $5 one for 20. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 6. And join us tomorrow, 6:45 Central, for ASD Live. The horses are on the track for race number 6. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $19,500. Number 1 is Witt's 10 Touch, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, with Dario Dalrymple. Number 2 is Mighty Mikey, owned by Larry Falloon, McLaren Racing and Champion, trained by Mike Taphorn with Demario Bino. Number 3 is Ghost Yeah, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Siobhan Townsend. Number 4 is Classico, owned by A2 Thoroughbreds, True North Thoroughbreds, Dane Misselbacher, Jay Jackson, Anderson Livestock, and Cam Ziprick and Charles Fulliard, trained by Michael Nault with Antonio Whitehall. Number 5 is War is Hell, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Sierra Pruitt. Number 6 is Acknowledge, owned by Windancer Stable, Bill Mike Meikle and Keith Wright, trained by Wendy Anderson with Tyrone Nelson. Number 7, Complete Overhaul, is Scratched. Classic High Five wagering with a carryover of $1,783. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
All right, the boys going 5 furlongs, most of them looking for their second lifetime win. I'm going to start with the 6, nice price at 7-1. If the horse has to get out of the gate, because the horse doesn't have a lot of speed, but if there's a battle up front, this is the one that could run them down late. Within 2 or 3 lengths, certainly got a shot at 7-1. I think the horse to beat is the 4. Coming from Santa Anita, showing good speed. He is cutting back in distance. The figures are there. It's just a matter of if they can handle the dirt. The other one is the speed of the speed. That's the 2. If he improves a little bit from last year, watch out. But let's go 6, 4, and 2. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I do like number 4, Classico. This is a horse that, as a 3-year-old, has started twice. Won first time out, last time out ran 4th. But there was a heated battle on the front end. The closers, 7th, 6th, and 5th, they ended up running 1, 2, 3 in the race. So Classico stuck around for a big piece. I expect this horse to be forwardly placed and has run on the dirt in Del Mar. I also like number 2, Mighty Mikey. Mighty Mikey has been running well last year, winning 3 restricted races. But I think the best race was the one that went against the open horses in the Osiris, banging it out every step of the way, only to get caught by a closer. And number 6, Acknowledge. This horse was coming in as a world beater to Assiniboia Downs last year. Didn't pan out, but maybe just needed some time off. Has come in with a couple of blazing workouts. 47-4 on April 27th and May 3rd, 101-1. So I'm going to give you a 4, 6, and 2. Good luck here in race number 6.
It's post time.
Wits 10 touch leads the field in for the nightcap. Mighty Mikey is in. The current even money favorite, Ghost Ya, also is in. It's now Classico's turn. Just 2 left to load. War is Hell. And now just waiting on Acknowledge. Goshia a little fractious in the gate. The gate crew has backed Goshia out of the starting gate. Looks to me like maybe a little equipment adjustment. Siobhan Townsend climbs back aboard. Once again, 2 left to load. Acknowledge will be first. And now just waiting on Ghost, yeah. They're all set. They're at the post. Mighty Mikey a little fractious. And they're off. From the middle of the track, Classico showed speed from on the inside. Wits 10 touch. Gas pedal is to the floor and opens up 3. Classico biding time, creeping up in second. Now 2 lengths off of it. Acknowledged to the outside in third. Moving up on the outside, War is Hell in fourth. On the rail, Mighty Mikey and the trailer. Ghost, yeah. The opening quarter, 24 seconds. Wits 10 touch. Now gets Classico to look him in the eye and just go on by. With the greatest of ease, Classico opens up at the head of the lane. Now by 3. Wits 10 touch back to second. Acknowledge. Trying to hang on for third, but this is all Classico. The 3-year-old from Santa Anita wins by 5. Wits 10 touch in second. Acknowledge in third. Fourth to Ghost, yeah, and fifth to War is Hell. The Stewarts opposed to number 4, Classico. As your unofficial winner, second goes to number 1, Wits 10 touch. Third to number 6, Acknowledge. Fourth to number 3, Ghost, and fifth to number 5, War is Hell. They went the opening quarter, 24 seconds. The half, 47-3. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 1/5. Now entering the winner's enclosure. Oh, Brittany fooled me. And now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 6. That's number 4, Classico. Classico is a dark bear brown colt, 3 years old, by Classic Empire. Out of the mare Our Republic by Tappet. Owned by A2 Thoroughbreds, True North Thoroughbreds, Dane Misselbacher, Jay Jackson, Anderson Livestock, Cam Ziprick, and Charles Fulliard. Trained by Michael Nault. And ridden to victory by Antonio Whitehall. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 1/5. Congratulations goes out to jockey Antonio Whitehall, who scores the double. 2 wins for jockey Antonio Whitehall. And we've drawn our winning ticket. In tonight's 50-50 draw, the winning number 71193620. Once again, the winning number in tonight's 50-50 draw, 71193620. Congratulations, you've won $1,000 cash. If you are on hand, please report to guest services on the main floor, south end. And now it's time to head up to the clubhouse and enjoy Crazy Hour. We have beer, shots, and wine, $5.50, and 25% off all starters. Plus a $500 cash draw will take place at 11:30 p.m. in the VLT Lounge. And don't forget, live racing resumes tomorrow at 7:30. We'll see you then.